Hi, this is Laura Ige, and you're listening to the Godfather, The Voice, your choice for great music and much more.
SkylineRadio.org.uk. In a short while, we talk to Laura Ige from out of Birmingham. She's a lady who sings some good songs. So all Mother's Day is all yours. Little later on. Stand by for this track from her. SkylineRadio.org.uk. Godfather here live inside the music room.
Let music be the comfort of life.
Since we've been together, loving you forever is all I see.
Yeah, man, that track, that sound, I'll tell ya. Yeah, man, from the top to the very last drop on this one, people, Skyline. Yeah. It's 1 o'clock here on the big one, and good afternoon to all mothers. Here's a lady who can represent all mothers today, right now. For the children, grandkids, with their mothers, their grandmothers, let's stay together, all right.
So in love with you, whatever you want to do is all right with me. You make me feel so brand new, and I wanna spend my whole life with you. Since we've been together, loving you forever is all I see. Let me be the one you come running to, 'cause I'll never be untrue. Baby, let's stay together. Loving you whether times are good, bad, happy or sad. Why do people break up, then turn around and make up? I just can't see. 'Cause you'd never do that to me. Being around you is all I see. Baby, let's stay together. Loving you whether times are good, bad, happy or sad.
Good afternoon to you. And
Good afternoon, Godfather Monster. Let's start again. Should we start again?
no, we've already started. We've already
We
started.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm saying good afternoon, Godfather Monster. Right, okay, cool.
Thank you
Sorry,
very
guys. This is how it is today.
Okay, it is Mother's Day today, and a lot of the mothers out there are doing their thing and enjoying their comfort of their children and their grandchildren, and and all sorts, and taking time to sort of relax yourself. What you've been doing this morning?
You know what? I've had a steady one this morning. I have had flowers delivered, courtesy of my daughter, and just taking it easy. I've done nothing dramatic, just eased into the day. Had my porridge.
Okay.
And but it's been a good start to the day. It's been nice, just chilling, taking it easy, listening to a bit of music, and obviously looking forward to speaking with you, Godfather.
Okay. Yeah. Right. So you're here, and can you just tell the people how did you get through to Godfather? What made you get through to me?
How did I link up with Godfather? You know what? This is interesting. I'm glad you've asked me that question. I'm digging deep now. Okay, so I'm not going to go into it too, but somebody who sadly is no longer with us told me about you long before what I'm doing now was even a thing, if that makes sense. And she said to me, I said it's a she said to me, you
can mention her name.
I can mention her name. Okay,
yeah,
I don't. Yeah. Okay, cool. It's the beautiful Narissa Buchanan, who was a serious sister of mine.
Okay.
And she blessed my music. Oh my gosh, she so blessed my music. And she said to me that you would have me on your show. She said, when you're ready, call him. She gave me a number. Oh my gosh, she gave me a number before she passed away, sadly. And she said, when you're ready, call him. And that's exactly what I did. And she wasn't wrong. You know what I mean? And she left me a beautiful message. I don't want to go into it too much.
I understand. I understand.
I know there's family out there and so on. But she before she passed on, and she was a beautiful person and a beautiful sister. And so, yeah, that's how I ended up with your details long before I.
Well, thank you once again.
Thank you.
So how long have you been doing what you're doing, singing?
Oh my gosh, I have been singing for a long time. I'm of a certain age. I'm not that old, but I have been singing for a long time. I started singing as a teenager. I guess we won a competition, myself, my sister, and a friend of ours. Well, she's now family, and we what did we do? We won a record, an opportunity to record a song, I should say. So we recorded the song, and it was subsequently released on the PCRL record label. So you know how far back.
Yes, that's going back some time.
And
yes.
And that's really when I kind of started, I suppose, seriously. Although it has been intermittent, so it's not been since then. I've been, working at the Clappers ever since. I've stopped. I've started. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
That's really when it became a thing that I was known as being a singer. Before that time, I'd sang at school and stuff like that. But I was about, I think, 19 when we did the PCRL thing. I think.
So in the beginning, there's so many different female artists out there from back in the days. Who inspired you to give you the courage to do that?
Who inspired me to be a? Say that again. Sorry, Mr.
Who inspired you to be a singer?
You know what? I don't think anyone particularly inspired me to be a singer. I think I just found that I could sing. But
so if you were singing, whose songs were you singing then?
Yeah, you gravitate towards certain artists. So I think I've always liked jazz. I've always loved jazz. Ella Fitzgerald, Lena Horne, Billie Holiday, the jazz, classical jazz females, and then the likes of Anita Baker. Phenomenal singer. I also like Barbara Streisand. I love the vibe that she has with her music. Very simple, but for me, really nice vibe. There's a lot of great singers. Aletta Adams. There's a lot of great singers out there. But I also love Stevie Wonder. He's absolutely. I think he might even be my number one. And it's not been unknown for me to when I've been gigging with bands. When they've checked the set, they said, Laura, do you realise you've got like 8 Stevie Wonder songs? I'm like, wow, I didn't even clock. I'm just looking at the songs. But when you clock it, they're actually all Stevie Wonder songs because he writes such great songs. So I think Stevie Wonder is a really, I think, one of my greatest icons.
Yeah, okay.
Musically.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
Definitely.
So you say you like jazz. And
yes.
Jazz is a music that I find very smoothing and comfort at times as well. and you decided to use this one. Now, this track here, "Let's Stay Together." How did that one? Is it a copy of someone else's song?
It's a cover. Yes, a cover. It's just a cover
Okay.
that I use. That was recorded donkeys years ago. It was recorded. It's as a cover. So basically, when I used to do a lot of events, especially weddings, that's a very, very popular one for weddings.
Okay.
When I used to do a lot of events, we just decided to do a cover version of "Let's Stay Together," and just to keep it as simple as possible. The person playing the guitar is a great guitarist, Charles Kellyman, and he's someone I've worked with for a very long time. We've worked together intermittently. We've always kind of somehow found our way back, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, Charles recorded the guitar and we did the vocal. You're going back some odd years ago now. But, people still like it. And I think it's the simplicity of it. It's not trying to be anything. It's not trying to be all.
Well, obviously, as you said, you sang this one at weddings and so forth. So
Yes.
is this something that you do on a regular basis?
I haven't done any weddings for a long time. I used to do a lot of functions, a long time ago. So it's not that long ago, but I haven't done any weddings of late. I'm thinking really hard because maybe I haven't. I forgot. But yeah, I used to do a lot of functions, birthdays, weddings. I have to say, sorry, that I of late I've done a few funerals, which it's not ideal. It's not your ideal thing, but then it's good to kind of give people what they want and bless them with music that is.
Yeah, I suppose it's another area. And that you can also find yourself in terms of the different types of gospel songs or funeral songs that people.
Yeah.
You understand
Well,
what I'm
to be
saying?
fair, yeah. Sorry.
So I think that's kind of good still to be able to be all round in this day and age here right now, because you can't be fussy. If someone sees you in a talent that they can put you into, then there's another area for you to sort of venture in.
That's right. And for me, it's more about giving the families what they want. You get me? If I don't put myself out as someone that will sing at funerals, obviously I can do and I have done, but for me it's more giving them. So if they say to me, "Laura, can you do this?" I'll do it. You know what I mean? But I'm not trying to say that's what I do per se. I don't know if that sounds right. For me, I'm more wanting to kind of give the family an experience. So if I feel I can give them what they want, then I'm putting myself forward. I've had, for example, people ask me, "Can I sing this or can I sing that?" I'm thinking, you know what? I'm not really the best person for that. You know what I mean? So, but I also find as well that a lot of times people want contemporary songs. So it's not always a gospel song, or it's not always a hymn. But yes, it's a pleasure to do that and to give families a memory. If I can do that for them, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, so in the last couple of weeks, you've done a song. The song itself means a lot to you. And what's the purpose behind the song that you've done for the last couple of weeks? It's found itself in the Stevie J chart. We're going to touch that in a short while. But tell us a bit about the song, which is the Light of Love.
Yes. Well, Light of Love, now it's funny we should say we talk about funerals because Light of Love was inspired by my blessed, iconic father. And he passed away in 2019 in Jamaica. So after the funeral, well, it was a given that I was going to write a song for him. We were able to bury him in 2020. He died at the end of 2019, so we buried him in January, just before everything went upside down.
Okay.
And I had the thought I would write a song for him, and I actually spoke to the person that went on to mix Light of Love. I spoke to him in 2020 that I want to write a song for my dad, and we talked about ideas and stuff like that. But you get the inspiration when you get it. You know what I mean? You can plan something, but when it comes to creativity and art, you do it when you're inspired to do it.
Right.
So I went north, he went south, so to speak, and then we had all this crap, all this stuff that's going down right now. So that was that. And then last June, I literally had the inspiration to write this song, and it's a bit of a long story with this song, Light of Love, because my dad, he was 91 when he passed away, so he's old school vibe, with ska and rock steady. So I thought, okay, it's going to be rock steady. and he also loved jazz. He was passionate about jazz, and we used to listen to a lot of jazz in Jamaica.
Laura,
Partic-
can you come a bit more closer to the phone, please?
Yeah, sorry, can you hear me now?
That's right. Yes, I can.
Okay, sorry about that. The phone is right by my head, But anyway, no worries. Is that better?
Yeah.
It's right by my head. Okay, so anyway, sorry about that, listeners. So he loved jazz, and he particularly loved John Coltrane, who's a saxophonist. And so when I wrote Light of Love, it was a no-brainer that I was going to have some saxophone in it, because that was my dad's passion as well. You get me?
Yeah.
So basically, Alvin Davies plays sax on Light of Love, and we've worked together over the years also. And again, it was a no-brainer that he would also play on the song. So Alvin produced Light of Love, and like I said, the song's a long journey on this song. We actually started out with a motif. Are you hearing me okay, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay. We actually started off with a motif that John Coltrane played. It was actually written by Duke Ellington. And we actually started with that on the original recording, and we did go through the process of contacting the publishers for the piece, so we weren't trying to pull a fast one at all.
So stop there. So Duke Ellington has a version to this song?
Well, he hasn't got a version to it. There's a motive. There's a song that he's written, and there's a motive from the song that John Coltrane plays in a version of that song. I hope I'm not confusing anybody. It's nothing to do with Light of Love. It's just a melody.
Okay.
Sometimes you get a melody and think, oh, that melody would fit.
Yes.
So we got the melody, and it was fantastic, and we actually liaised with the publishers, but we weren't happy with the deal that they wanted to give us, because we have to have an arrangement. So I thought, okay, forget that. So we went back to the the drawing board.
Yeah. So the reason why I mentioned Duke Ellington, because Duke Ellington and Ray Charles used to do a lot of combinations together in that type of music. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Yeah. Well, Duke Ellington is phenomenal. I mean, he's the jazz icon of all time. You know what I mean? He's the jazz man. I mean, you cannot get greater than Duke Ellington. And it would have been fantastic to be able to associate the song with, but there's too much red tape, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
But equally, I'm thrilled with what we have. This is our original version, and this version is therefore 100%, attributed to my dad and his memory, so to speak. Okay. So, no drama, not being able to use that motive, and we made the right decision in doing that.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's basically the journey of the song. So I have to say that I did the song, I performed it at Simmer Down last year, and the wonderful Stevie J, who you mentioned earlier on, bless him, he was there in the audience, and he literally found me to tell me he wants that song in his charts, bless him. He said he wants the song in his charts, and the song wasn't even, it wasn't even recorded, it was literally just played there and then, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I knew I was going to record it, because when he told me that, I said, you know what, you've confirmed what I already know, if that makes sense. That is the song. So, as I said, the rest is history. The song was recorded, and it was rather long, and it was long because of the red tape that we had to go through. And we actually only changed things up in December, and then it was literally rushed out as a release. My sister said to me, what are you waiting for, blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. She says, well, do you really have to? And she said, do you really? I said, well, I could. So, so it literally was a rush release. I learned a lot of lessons on the way of releasing this song, believe you. It's been rather back to front in the way things have been done.
Sometimes in terms of releasing certain things, there's never a right time or a wrong
time. That's right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I'm so thrilled. I think the thing about it is, when you say you're going to do something and you do it, then that's you've achieved already. You know what I mean?
It's such a relief when you do release something,
it's a relief.
And the hesitation to start something is more like time wasting. But you don't see that, do you?
No.
Because you want to do things properly. But
that's right.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. But we did it properly. We did, like I said, we went through all the red tape, and then we decided no, and then we just had to change things.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, we decided to put it out, which I think was the right time on reflection. It seemed like a rush, but everything happened in the right time. You might not feel it's the right time, but actually it is. And I think that all the learning that I've done and all the networks that I've been able to link into have been amazing.
Yeah.
So I'm just giving thanks, really.
You've been on a number of different shows and advertising your song, and you've done pretty well. Some great response. A lot of people also gravitate to the fact that they love the song, and many of your fans and friends have loved the song. How many weeks has it been in the charts for Stevie J?
Well, I don't know how many weeks it's been in the charts, but it's currently at number 3.
Okay.
When I first was aware of it, it was number 12. And you know, you do what you do.
It went straight into number 12. Did it?
I don't know if it did. I'm saying when I first became aware of it, because
Okay.
you know, you get on with what you're getting on with. You haven't, you know, you're so busy doing other things, and then
That's
somebody
right.
might call
That's
you and say,
right.
"Oh, I've just heard this, or I've just heard that," and then it was somebody called me and said, "Oh, your song's number 6 in the charts." I'm like, "You're joking." Because I think I'd seen it on Facebook. It was number 12, and somebody said it's number 6. I was like, "Wow!"
And now it's number 3.
And now it's number 3.
Wow.
So love and blessings to everybody, and you know, thanks,
Okay.
because you know, can we get it to number 1 though? Can we get it to number 1?
Well, let the audience hear the track right now,
Yeah, man, for real.
and
for real. Thank you.
probably they can press a few more buttons.
They
for
can
you
decide
to,
if it deserves number 1.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
Thank you.
So let's play it from the top here right now. Scannerradio.org.uk, and talking to Laura, and inside the studio here this afternoon on Mother's Day, we play you this one from the top. Take a listen to this.
Silver moon, magic moon, shine your light on me. Let me be the one you guide to love. Shine your light, shine it bright, shine it hard for me. Surround me with your light, light of love. I ain't trying to be gold. It's just that I'm told, shiny silver moon of old, season knows the way to love now. I ain't trying to pretend. Oh, I need a special friend, someone to love me till the end and lead the way to love now. Silver moon, magic moon, won't you please hear my plea? Oh, guide me with your light, your light of love.
So Laura, the song. Did you put all the words together yourself?
I did. I wrote every last word. No problem there. Yeah.
Yeah.
No problem.
It's a song you just sit back and relax and don't do nothing but let it play.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's one of those ones. Yes. Good feeling song. A feel good song. That's it.
Give us some of the reports that some of your friends are giving you for the song.
Well, you know, they've just said how it makes them feel. You know, a friend of mine said it just makes him feel. It just makes takes him back. You know what I mean? It thinks about his parents, his childhood. Some people have just said it just makes them feel happy. You know, it just makes them feel relaxed. It just makes them feel good. It makes them, you know, it just makes them chill. You know, I think it's a song that it's a soothing song, and it's meant to be a soothing song because the song is actually a love song and a prayer, and the moon is actually an analogy for God. So it's really a prayer. It's a prayer for guidance. It's a prayer for love. It's a prayer for protection, and that's what it's trying to do.
Yeah.
And especially now, especially today. So it's quite a deep song in terms of the meaning. On the surface, it's a love song, and it is a love song, but also it's a prayer, and it's a prayer not just for the here and now. You know what I mean? It's a prayer for beyond. So it's quite a deep song in terms of the sentiment, you know.
Yeah, in terms of the light of love, when we see light, we wake up in the morning, and we can open our eyes and we can see daylight.
Yes.
We don't have to say much. The eyes speak for itself without even speaking. You know, like a day of today, no matter what the weather may be.
That's right.
We say give thanks for life, and life is with our eyes. And for those who can't see, they have a feeling of knowing how bright the light is as well.
Yes.
Because there's a shadow within their eyes. You know, I've got a couple of friends of mine who can't see, but they can. Their vision is a different kind of vision that we don't understand. You know, because we're not in that position. However, you know, the light of love make you feel good about whatever it may be. And I just hope that this summer is going to be a bright light of love.
Absolutely.
Because for the last 2 years right now, it hasn't really been a bright light, has it?
No, it's been a lot of darkness, and this is about saying, you know what, you know, I always say this to my daughter, for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. Where there's dark, there's also light, and we mustn't forget that. And there's been a lot of darkness, and we mustn't forget that light also exists alongside that. And we just need to reach for the light and step into the light, you know what I mean, to try and lift your energy and, you know. So, absolutely. Let's, like you say, hope and pray that we more gravitate to the light, because the light's always there, you know, it's not gone anywhere. It's just that we've been given a lot of darkness.
Yeah. And,
you know, so And can I just say something quickly as well, Everton? As I was listening to my song playing, I wanted to say a big up as well to all of those children, adults, whatever, who are without moms on Mother's Day, because I lost my mum as a child, and as I was listening to the song, I was just listening to my childhood growing up with my dad playing both parents. So just love and respect and massive, massive, massive virtual hugs to all of those who are spending Mother's Day today without a mother. Just massive hug to everybody.
Yeah, and what more can you say about that, really? Because, you know, everybody be using the words Mother's Day all day today, and yeah. So after this show, it's another couple more shows to go. It's going to be all Mother's Day till the end of the hour later today. You know what I mean? Yes, so lucky we've got the clock going forward. We've been robbed of an hour's sleep, but good sunshine, I hope, you know. So
yes.
Because I woke up this morning and said to myself, I've been robbed here. Robbed of an hour's sleep.
Well, I was lucky, you know, because it just didn't even come into my head. But my clock is always an hour fast.
Wow.
And it was when I looked up at it, I thought, but hold on a minute.
Why, what, hang about.
Don't ask. You know what it is? Not all the clocks in my house. Not all the
just
clocks
one
in my
particular
house.
clock.
It's just the one in the kitchen that's too high up to change.
Oh.
So it does get changed, and then it gets left. You get me? But my brother-in-law, bless him, he's in Spain at the moment. But when he comes to my house, he just gets that clock. He cannot understand why.
Okay.
Just get that clock down and just put that, you know, copy. So yes, so hence that clock was the only clock, and it's the only clock that's telling the correct time today.
Okay, all right. Yeah, man. So obviously, you know, the song itself. Now let's talk about Stevie J here right now. Now Stevie J is on our station as well. Yes. He has a Saturday show, and he also has a Tuesday show where he features the chart show.
Yes.
I had spoken to him before when he first started. For the life of me, I just don't know where I put that recording, because at that time I didn't know much about how to do certain things. I was a novice to the whole situation of everything, recording, saving, this and that. You know, sometimes the sweetest thing about certain things that we do in life is self-taught. But within self-taught, there's a period, there's a time, there's no time limit to how fast I need to get this completed. I'm hoping to, you know, talk to him again and talk about more about what he's doing on his platform, and invite him onto the show to talk about his chart show and what it means to the people out there and how people appreciate it. But at the end of the day, Stevie J, as I said before, great guy, great entertainment. I like his style, and like I said to the audience, Saturdays and Tuesdays the time you can catch him, and other platforms too. He's kind of big out there as well, because there's no other.
He's a busy guy. Stevie J is a doer. He's a doer. You know what I mean? Bless him. He gets himself about, and he's a doer. And you know, he's doing a fantastic service for artists, independent artists, you know, like myself, who need opportunities and just need to be able to be put out there, you know, so people can see your name, whether they buy your tune or they don't buy your tune. But if you tune into, you know, you hear the song, you hear the name. If you use social media, you know, people can look on his charts. You're on the social media, so he's giving exposure, and he's giving a much needed service and platform. Yeah,
because the information that you sent me the other day, and I saw these people on that, I said, oh wow, and it's like,
And that takes time.
It does take time. But on the other hand, and the good hand is that I can contact these people and also have them up on the platform as well. And do what you're doing here right now, you know what I mean? So it's never too late. And anybody who's different or in different type of music, it's no problem to have them up here. Because this is the show where we bring people to the forefront. There's no need to hide no more. Where we used to be in the dark.
Yeah, and yourself, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, Narissa had said, bless her, she said to me, he'll have you. That's what he does. He likes to embrace, local artists and give people an opportunity to say, to speak about themselves and what they do. And she said, she couldn't say enough good things. She said, no, man, he will love you, man, he will love you.
Well, she was my cousin.
She did tell me. Yeah. She told me that as well. She said to me, bless her. I always remember, and she gave me the number, and I put it on my spreadsheet. So I got a spreadsheet of names of people that my contacts. And I thought eventually at some point, and we're talking last year. To me, we're talking last year. Could it even have been? Would it have the year before? Could it have even been a year before? I can't remember. But when she gave me the number, so so it wasn't over. It wasn't. It's
a blessing. It was a blessing, and it's worked out that there's many people that we've grown up with and we've lost them in the path of life, and they've left their numbers for us to carry on with other members of their friends to spread the story. And her story is one of the stories. She's always helping people, Narissa.
For real.
Always have ideas and views, and
man, for real.
But moving on from that light of love right now, let's go to somewhere different right now. And you've done something based from the Bob Marley studio.
Oh yes, jamming.
Yeah, and
that's another promotional. That was again promotional for weddings and stuff like that. That's what that was for. It's not a saleable track or anything. But yes, I have. Yes, I
want to say thank you for the one you did for me. And let the audience hear a little bit of it.
Go on then. Let me hear what you've done with it.
let me find that one there, because that one was special for me right now. So
of course it was.
Let me just find that one there right now before we play the original. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Godfather's gonna jam it with you. We're jamming, and he knows you love the music too. Ain't no rules, ain't no vows, he can play it anyhow. Godfather's gonna see us through. Well, Godfather is the voice, and he is the only choice, always bringing something new. We're jamming, we're jamming.
Hey, Laura, if I didn't know you and you was on the stage show at one of the festivals out there, and I was at one of the counters and I heard this song being played, it would force me to turn around to hear who's singing this song here, because it's sounding good.
Thank you very much. I got Alvin on saxophone as well. Alvin Davis again. We go back a long way. Same person on Light of Love. Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Zion, he rules all creation, yeah. Jams about my pride and the truth I will not hide. To keep you satisfied, 'cause
you know when you started to sing this one, and it wasn't, you know when you started to sing this song here right now, were you just messing about somewhere and you just thought, well, yeah, this sounded all right?
No, you know what? I've always loved jamming. I've always loved this song. I used, well, when you start out, you do lots of live gigs and stuff like that. When I had it was called the Laura Ige Collective, going way back. We used to always do this song, acoustic guitar. We had guitar keys and maybe a percussionist, but I've always loved this song. So it was almost a no-brainer that I was going to do it again for the promotion. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just love the way you're doing it.
Thank you.
I wanna jam it with you. Jamming.
It's a great track anyway. It's a fantastic track, you know?
Sorry?
It's a fantastic track, you know. Bob Marley's, you know, it's a phenomenal track. It's, you know, it's iconic. It's an iconic song, so...
Well, you like singing Bob Marley's song. Well, what's your view on the Bob Marley collection? Because obviously it's so much great music, and it was also mentioned by Prince Williams this week at Jamaica in one of his speeches regarding the situation regarding slavery. You know, and
I saw. I haven't seen. I don't watch the news, but I saw something on Facebook with, was it Kate and Prince William doing some percussion business with the Maya Bingi?
Oh, the bongo drum them.
And it was a bit. I don't know.
I call it patronising. I think something like that.
I'm just not even going down that road. You know what I mean? I'm not even.
taking the big P. You know what I mean? But
I'm not even trying. What? Bob Marley. Let's bring it back to Bob Marley. Icon. You know, massive icon. I mean, really, he's there with Stevie Wonder because I have got a lot of Bob Marley in my set as well. You know what I mean? I like to sing. What's it called? Is This Love? That's one of my favourites. I love to sing that song. And I actually I have a Bob Marley medley that I haven't actually. I've actually let me rewind. We were going to do an event, and I put together a Bob Marley medley. But we didn't actually go ahead and do the event, so that's yet to be heard.
But the song itself has been completed, though.
The song, well, it was a medley of, I don't know, 5 songs.
Yeah.
I think it was a medley of about 5 songs. So yeah, the medley was done and recorded, but it was really for performance. It wasn't for, it wasn't something you were going to play, if that makes sense. It was for live performance.
Well, you see how I see things. Sometimes we hold back thinking that certain things are fit for certain other areas, but at the end of the day, it's music, and more people can hear your music in different areas, the better for yourself.
Yeah, well, you're right, you know.
And I'm sure, I like you've just mentioned the medley from Bob Marley, and you've done it yourself compared to what you've done here now. I think you better bring the goods forward.
I think you've just struck on something.
You know?
You're absolutely right.
I need to go. Well, this is the year not to hold back on nothing at all.
For real, 100%.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You're right. You're absolutely right. I'm going to have to go back and revisit that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Point in the future,
and also, not just to you, other people out there listening to the show right now, it's not the time to hold back. It's time to put your right foot forward, regardless of who wants to criticize it.
100%.
You know? Serious.
100%.
And everybody likes to press the likes and all these things on Facebook and all these things. So why not be part of it? If you can't beat them,
100%
join them.
Yeah, man, for real. Thank you for that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But send it to me first, do you know?
I will not. You have to have it first because you've sowed the seed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
For real, I mean,
I wish I could play the other songs that you've done in the early days from PCRL, a radio station that we've known for quite some time. And obviously they've changed their names, but we've been here now. Skyline Radio has been here right now for the last 33 years.
Can't believe the years. Amazing, absolutely amazing. I didn't know that. I think, was it you that told me, or was it Stevie? Somebody told me anyway recently. It could have been you, and I was blown away. You know, I really, really would never have. Well, no.
You wouldn't have thought that would have been.
No, not at all. Not at all.
It's one of those situations where we have to many things we've been through. We've seen all kind of weathers during those 33 years. We've seen different people come and go. We've lost a couple of people as well, but we still continue. Now we're on the World Internet Radio, and we're doing our thing around the world. So we talk to people from all around the world, and it's good that they can pick us up now from the internet rather than use the other format, which was a limited format to be reached on. So all our DJs right now using their skills to throw their fishing rod as far as they can go overseas and talk to people, because a lot of people obviously have got a lot of different things to talk about, similar to yourself. You know, and we like to have them on board to talk and let people hear the other side of what the world's about, because don't forget, most of the stuff that we do as Caribbean are kept in the dark, and it's time for us to come out in the light. As much as the other Caribbean countries are trying to get their own personal independence from the Queen, and Jamaica right now is fighting that struggle. I know you said you didn't hear the news, but I hear a few things right now, and I think Prince, he may be the one to change that situation, because the Queen can't hold on to things forever, and all these countries in the Commonwealth, sooner or later they have to let us go. Gotta let them all go. You just can't control people, because it's still the same thing that you're still saying slavery still exists. You know what I'm saying? These countries should be allowed to defend themselves, look after themselves, and be proud people of their own country, rather than say, well, we have a queen that doesn't, you know what I'm saying? So it's like a company selling something to you and taking 20% of whatever. It's that kind of situation.
That's right. Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So it's like my man who invented the headphones. I can't remember his name. I'm wearing one right now. And when a particular company wanted to buy, he said, well, I still want to have 10%. And he's still got 10% of the company. I can't remember the name. I've got the headphones on my head right now. I can't remember the name, but people will know who I'm talking about anyway still. But it's a situation, like I said, people have the chance to let their music be heard, because obviously the industry of music, it's all about, you've got to push your own stuff to get it to the top.
That's right.
The distribution world is no longer there as such. And if it's there, it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah, for real. 100%, you know, it's not easy, you know, it's hard work. I mean, the flip side is that more people, let me rewind. It's easy to get stuff out. That's easy. But like you said, it's getting people to hear your stuff. It's getting people to find your stuff.
That's right.
People to know your stuff is there, because anybody, you know, there's so many, you know, online distributors.
Yes.
That's the easy part. But like you say, it's for people to know you're there. It's a promotion. It's all of that PR work that needs to be done. And it's hard work. And like you say, it's who you know. Who you know exposes you to the networks that, you know, that can move things further.
Yes.
It's hard going. It's not easy at all. You know. You know, so having the opportunity again to, you know, to speak to people like yourself is great. You know, it's really fantastic. And I just want to big up Skyline as well, because you DJs have been really good to me. You know what I mean? I've linked with a few of the DJs and they've been really, really good. So thank you.
Okay, Laura, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for your company today.
Godfather, thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and I'm sure that the ladies listening to the show right now would appreciate your time, and they've taken time to listen to you on Mother's Day. And obviously, as you said, your mother's no longer with you, but you know, the Lord and the blessings be with you as well. And all the other mothers who don't have their mothers with them, same to you as well. So, your last request before you go?
My last request is just to send love and blessings to everybody. Have a blessed day. Be safe. You know what I mean? Embrace your loved ones and just gravitate towards the light. It's there. It's out there. And thank you for listening.
Yeah, man. Okay. Thank you for your time. Enjoy the rest of the weather. I hope to see some sunshine today, I hope. Until such time, God bless. Take care and enjoy yourself. Enjoy your day.
Thank you. See you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. So you have it, Laura Ige. I tell you, how we started off on that bad note in terms of names, I don't know. I tell you, I was robbed of an hour to get myself sorted out, so probably could be that. Gotta blame something.
Godfather's gonna jam it with you. We're jamming, and he knows you love the music too. Ain't no rules, ain't no vows, he can play it anyhow. Godfather's gonna see us.
The Godfather, The Voice, your choice for great music and much more.
Well, have you seen the Stevie J UK reggae charts on Tuesday 29th March 2022? You know who's only landed the #1 spot. I'm totally lost for words. Light of Love. Well done. Big up to everyone who supported me and my tune. I'm so thankful. It couldn't have happened without you all. Special thanks to The Godfather for a wonderful interview on Skyline Radio Online on Sunday. Sending out much love, massive hugs and blessings for a beautiful evening for all.
This is Laura Ige, The Godfather, The Voice, your choice for great music and much more.